Hey guys, I managed to get my computer set up again to record game footage, and I finally got a mic that doesn't make me sound like a Freeport rat. Well, this is the 11-year anniversary party on EverQuest. I tried recording the 10-year anniversary party last year, but my computer wasn't cooperating and the video was all corrupted. So sorry about that, guys. But, it wasn't anything special. There was some cake, fireworks, and the GM turned everybody into dragons, I think it was. The cool thing is that everybody got a unique item that shot out fireworks. Well, this is the first night of the 11-year one. This year it takes place on the test server, which is a pain in the ass because you gotta download all these files, and if you want to go back to your main server, you gotta download all the files again. Not many people showed up, was about 50 people at the most, but then again it's not like they advertised it in the game or on the patch screen or anything. How people would find out about these little events is going to places such as eqplayers.com and reading up on the special events they got going on. So anyways, right away, as you can see, there's two NPCs fighting each other while everybody sits and watches, waiting to see what happens. I have no idea what the significance of this fight is. Perhaps it's just for entertainment, because everybody loves watching the computer fight each other, right? So the one mob wins and starts attacking the GM for whatever reason. And then it dies, possibly from a heart attack or something. And I swear, we all start standing around for about 20 minutes doing nothing. Here we see GM Zatozia, which I hope I am pronouncing her name right. She's pretty well known on the forums. She seems to be running this event. What I thought was cool is the primary that she is holding. It appears to be a dead fish, which I've never seen before. In her other hand is a doll of some sort, which is a pretty common graphic. What you're seeing on the ground is a bunch of beer, summon cake, fireworks, and a bottle that is, when you click on it, it makes you spin around. This is from the spell Bristlebane's Bundle. I started mass summoning this and just dropping on the ground just because I was bored. So the GM gets the ball rolling and shouts to follow her. So we all head over to the side of the wall in the arena. But what happened was I got stuck between the wall and the boxes while trying to get to the very top box. I asked the GM to get me out. The rewind feature just doesn't seem to be working. I mean, it rarely works in any case, but whatever. But that's what happens when you have ADD. You always get yourself into unnecessary trouble. I am sure you all noticed that I seem to have a lisp in these videos. I'm just letting you know that it's just the microphone, not me. In fact, my voice is different in person. I have a hard time finding a good mic for a low price, and it shows. The GM says to everybody to get off any mounts. She explains that we will be doing a race around the arena wall. Right away I knew this wasn't planned out very well, but whatever. While we wait for the race to begin, I will tell you guys what's going on. My screen looks a little disastrous and unorganized. The reason for this is because when you transfer to the test server, it doesn't copy your UI files. So while I wait for things to get going, what I did was I started messing around with the UI files, get it to where it would become tolerable. So the race finally begins, and you can see the bards and people grouped with the bards flying by people and not hugging the wall, such as myself. The whole race is a bit unfair and unorganized. Quite a few people were getting upset that the bards had the unfair advantage in the race. Yeah, see, look at that shit. Everyone's walking around in the middle. I don't know. I'm sitting there doing my own thing. I don't know if there's any reward given out to any of the winners for this race. But, I think there's just, everyone's doing it for fun and just to get out of the normal EverQuest grind routine. So after a few people started to complain, GM Zetosia realized it was a bit unfair, so she decided to do a race without the bards this time. The results were still bullshit since the people grouped with the bards were still receiving the bard speed buff and people were still cutting corners big time. What happened next is she mixed it up a bit and had everybody go on the upper ledge where if you were to try and cut in the middle, you just fall off. Not only that, she turned everybody into these giant eyeball things. I think she did this to prevent people from running any faster than they could. So I think in this form, you don't have any special run speed or anything, but who knows. There'd also be 3 laps, and every time you would pass Zetosia, you just say, "Torture me." It was a pretty good idea, and it seemed to turn out very well, and I believe it was well done. So after the race was over, she decided to do the trivia. And I was like, oh, great, trivia. That's what I need. I'm so terrible at trivia. But, she must have asked probably anywhere between 10 and 15 questions. They range from what was the first and last name of whoever ran this city, and one of the questions was, name a stone in plane of knowledge that goes to a city. For example, Freeport. I actually got that one right. I was supposed to win that dead fish thing that you hold in your hand and a bucket of ice cream. And I'm still awaiting the items. It's been around a week. Still haven't received my items. She said it was going to be either later that night or the following morning. And I don't know. Hopefully I get my items, but who knows. But yeah, I didn't record any of the trivia section because that's just even more boring than the video you're watching now. But interesting thing about that dead fish thing is that when you have it in your inventory and you right click on it, I guess apparently you throw a dead fish at your target, which I thought was pretty cool. But I'm still waiting the item, so hopefully once I get it, I may have some footage of it. But we'll see how things go. So for the next event, what happened was the GM turned everybody into these big giant dragons, and they're going to have everyone duel to a death, like a big Royal Rumble. That's pretty cool, whatever, and while I'm setting up, I decided to shrink myself as little as possible. Will you make it more difficult for the other players to target me? It's a bit of a unfair thing, but hey, the whole PvP system is so broken in the game that I need whatever I can get. So what I do is I shrink myself, and the battle begins, and first I start fucking hiding in behind this pillar like a little bitch. I just figure, hey, I'll just let everyone else battle it out, and I'll beat the crap out of anyone who's survived and go all out. So I'm sitting there waiting and shit and watching what's going on. So then I decided, hey, I got a better idea. I'll hide in a big ass dragon corpse. Make it harder for other players to target me and see me. And what I realized is that when I was hiding there, some guy named Sankin or whatever, he's not even in fucking dragon form. And he sees me and starts beating the crap out of me. I was like, hey, that's unfair. But, then I realized, hey, what the fuck am I doing? I'm fucking being unfair myself. Luckily, that guy was hitting like a bitch, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage to me. So that was all cool. But then, you know, I hide out of there and I got some asshole that's fucking hitting for 5 to 6K. I don't think that's pretty fair. Don't you think that's pretty fucking broken to me? When melee players are sitting there hitting you for that much. It's not even a backstab. So of course I die within seconds. You know, shows how much the PvP system is broken. Well, I hope you guys liked the video, and no, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but you know, for those that missed it, the whole party thing, you know, this is what happened. You know, nothing special. You didn't miss out on too much. But see you guys later.